Yeah, look at this storm rolling in. I'm walking beaches. It's like 7 a.m. Trying to come up with the surface line, but it's raining on me now a little bit. But the water's way down. I'll start traveling. I got a little money saved back. Gas is killing me with my truck. You know, if I drive 40 minutes up the river one way, I'll find 6, 7, 8 points in the trip system. Every trip for months. So that's what I'll be doing here within a week. See the line right here, black? It's black sand. And yes, there is gold flakes here. I'll do pans of it later this summer. But I'm on an Amos site, and this stuff is extremely hard to find. I've looked all week and haven't even found a piece of Amos stuff, and I've found thousands of points here. But I got an Amos type drill made from an Amos point, laying flat out right here in this gravel. You see it? And I'll show you the frame of stuff I've been working on. I come back to places over and over to get a cross section of the material to show what these people were using all these years ago. I'll talk about this piece. It's right here. It's a little Amos point sharpened into a drill. It's typical. I have lots of them. You've seen me find lots of them. That's beautiful. Little Amos base on it. It would have been originally a little Arrowhead dart, but it was just gradually sharpened into a drill. That's awesome. It's perfect. That's nice. I'm looking. You can see this line of gravel. I'm looking. The water went down about a foot, and it makes that much difference on the beach. Clear to here. Well, here's this first little drill. It's made a real high quality, like gray chert. It's right out of the middle of an Amos site. And what it is, it's a little Amos point, like that's in this frame here, that's been sharpened in. Here's like do a drill. Here's like the Arrowhead dart right there. Thing on an Arrowhead, there's an Amos Arrowhead dart. Most of these other ones were used as knives. I'd say this one was an Arrowhead dart. But you see, here's one. And you know, it looks like a fish spear, but it's not. It's an Amos. It's an Amos tape drill, just like that one. See how close they are? It's just from looking the sight over and over. And you know, of course, this is a knife with that edge, that resharpening, and kind of a bevel to it. It's some kind of little knife. It's pretty nice. And look at the other. There's an Amos sharpened into like a drill there. Lots of drill stuff. Here's another classic one right here, made of Cousteau chert. But you see this stuff. These little similar bases. Look at it. But that one was like this, but sharpened into a drill. You know, I just found this one recently. Same, it's got a barb dang. Same with that one, got a barb dang. But here's a little bigger one that's from the same spot. All of this stuff was found associated over time, over like, I don't know, 6 months. Just keep going and looking. Pretty nice display of Amos stuff, huh? I'll show you some Amos stuff in a book next to kind of give you an age of the stuff. Later. Alright, here's the book I'm referencing. The Overstreet Official Identification and Price Guide to Indian Arrowheads. This is the 11th edition. You can find them on Amazon. But here's this Amos stuff right here. The period, early archaic. You can see the date ranges there, but you can see these look pretty familiar. You can pause this and read it. These are West Virginia ones, and I'm right on the border. Like the Kanawha County, Putnam County, West Virginia. Pretty nice looking, huh? Well, anyway, later. Well, I'm on that Mississippian site where I've been finding some pottery, and I've got a lot of clips from it. I just haven't found much nice, but this will make the video, and I'll show you all the stuff at the end. Look at this little bird point. It's impacted. Look at that. Little different. This is on a Mississippian site where it's all triangles, and there's a little bird point. It's probably somewhere in the Mississippian time frame to go with this stuff. It's an old break. That would have been nice. It's a true bow and arrow little projectile, just like the Madisons. Later. You know, I just found that little broken bird point. Now there's a big piece of pottery. That's a bigger chunk. That's the outside of the pot. It's a clay pot. And that's the inside. It's a pretty nice shard. Mississippian cultural period pottery. Later. I'm out multi ticking. I got some kind of plastic figure here. What the heck is that? A tree? With an X marks the spot on it? I bet you it's from a pirate playset. Look at it, it's like rubber plastic. And it's got an X on it. I bet you it's like an X marks the spot. And there's a treasure chest that goes, that's cool. Yeah. And if anybody knows what playset this is from, put it down in the comments. I looked around, I found lots of vintage pirate figures and stuff, but I didn't see this in any pictures. It might not even be what it is, but I'd say it is, don't you think? Later. See what I'm doing, I'm out. This is my second hunt of the day. I came out and worked with the sifter, a Fort Ancient site, a Mississippian site. No big clips of that. I didn't find much. I found a broken bird point that would have been like the size of Lincoln on a penny, but it's tip-nicked. But I'm multi-detecting in here. And like, I don't know, 10 yards to my right is a St. Albans, like canal bifurcate site. And I got a point laying over here. There's stuff, you know, always exposed here a little bit, and it's rained. And I don't know if this is going to be nice or not, but I'm thinking it is. See it right in there? If this is a bifurcate, I'm going to go nuts, because I just don't find them. This is the only place I find them. Let's see. This looks nice for laying out. I'm glad I came out. Let's hope it's a decent point. See the fired rock? This is perfect. See how it's red, black, cracked up, exploded? The moisture in the rock, when heated, boiled off and fractured the rock. All of it's fractured. See it? It's all because it was anciently heated. And right here's a point. And that's why I'm multi-taking here. Look at this old hand-cut spike. There's real old metal stuff here too. And there's artifacts. It's not a bifurcate, it's some kind of archaic, mid-archaic point. It ain't bad. It's pretty nice. It's green. It's got a little ding on the base, but nice tip. That's pretty decent for laying out, huh? Alright. I'm on board, and I'm not even looking for arrowheads. I'm multi-detecting, so hopefully I can find some with my detector. I just found a cannonball. You can see it right there. I found another one like this when I was about 10 years old on this same stretch of river. They're about that big around, and it's from a small cannon. It was probably from an old flat-bottom boat. That's old. It's awesome. You can see it right there. The last one I found was all corroded too, and I had to bust it off with a hammer. Me and my dad did. I thought this was a cannonball, and what I do, I hit this stuff on a rock and it busts that concretion off. Look at this. What the heck is this? And it's got to be old as heck on this site. It would have had a chain on it. Part of the chain was inside the corrosion, and it just came loose, and it's saved. It almost looks like a plumb bob, but it can't be. It's iron. It's just super heavy. It's solid iron. I wonder what the heck that is. Very cool though. Well, what do you think of this thing? Solid iron, very old. It's a real old site. Every piece of metal is old. There's no modern stuff. It could be the ringer out of a huge bell, like a big ship's bell, but as big as this is, it had to be just a massive bell, like one for a steamboat, a bell that big. Looks like a plumb bob. I don't know. A depth gauge. I don't know. Any ideas, put it down in the comments. But that's a cool find. Later. Dug this out of here. There's an artifact, a little nutting thing. This one's different. It's got like the pecked hole, and it's still sandstone, but it's a little harder stuff. It's almost bordering on hardstone, but it's packed in there. Nothing on the other side. Later. We're after lure this year. Look at this thing. That's pretty nice. Never seen one like that. It's even got like a spinner tail on it. It needs new hooks there. Not bad. Later. Alright, the water's dropped, I don't know, a foot overnight. It's good. See these lines where the water's been here, the waves have hit. See this, the line of gravel? Now look at it. You can't really see much here, see? One piece of fire rock up there, now come through here. There's a flake. Now come up here. There's a little flake, a micro finishing flake from the manufacture of an ancient artifact, and then you come up here and there's a translucent pink piece. All right here, just within a foot, there's another little tiny finishing flake. Here's another one. And I found lots of arrowheads here, and if they were making arrowheads on a place, there'll be millions. If there was Indians here for, you know, multiple generations, there'll be millions of pieces of flint like this. Here's another one. You see them? This is from the manufacturer. And then see the fired, cracked up rock? See it? See it all up in here? This is the kind of place you find arrowheads. You gotta be seeing this to find a bunch of them and be finding them consistently. This is what you want. Could find something laying out today, I don't know. See? Another tiny little finishing flake right there. Another tiny one. Look at that. Just a few steps. Alright. Hope that helps you locate some artifacts yourself later. See how gravelly this is right here, but there's fire rock mixed in. In the gravel that's not Indian, you'll find all kinds of fossils on the Ohio River. There's like, I'll show you this with a good camera and a few other ones I've picked up. I take them home and put them in a box. I got some shell ones and stuff. I'll show them to you in the next clip. You could come here and screen these gravels and just look at the gravels, or any place there's a gravel area in the Ohio River, and look at the rocks in your screen and find fossils. You could just come out here and fossil hunt on a place like this. You'd find, say, that's got fossils in it right there. See, it's just loaded. There's a little shell right there. It's just not a real good one, so I won't take that one. But there's lots of fossils, like conglomerate rocks, and you can see it here. Lots of hard stones, and there's other stuff mixed in. See, there's a piece of stoneware right there. All right, wanted to show you this. It's another option for you on the river. Later. Alright, here's this little primitive life form fossil, something from an ancient, like, shallow sea or something. You see the fossils all in it. Look at that one right there. It looks like some kind of worm or something. Look at all of them in there. Pretty cool. And here's some other ones I found just this week. Past like 10 days probably. Look at the fossils suspended in that. You could remove all this brown and just get, that looks like some kind of little snail fossil or something. There's something weird. Flip it over, look at the shell right there at the top. This thing's filled with fossils. It's just filled. Here's another one that's like a real, well, not real light, but not real dense, kind of sandstone type material. And right there, look at that shell there. There's another section of one. You can see the back there. Real porous like material. Here's one more piece. See the shells? That's a shell. There's one. There's several. These are like clams or something. They more look like a clam. Turn it over to this side. Now look at all this stuff going on there. These are all little fossils in there. Alright, you can do this too. Maybe I'll go to a big gravel bar and just look for fossils every day. You can fill a huge frame with all kinds of different stuff like this. Later. Yes, I'm starting to screen, and I wasn't paying attention. I saw this stuff laying out, and I think this might be a blade. Right here. Right on my shovel again. It is. It's a little tool. What's it? It's nothing to brag about, but that's crazy. It was on my... See, it's a little knife. Little curved edge knife. It's kind of cool. It's weird material. A little cutter.